Hi friends, Colby here, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. I'm super excited to be book talking to you today. A book by Thompson. It is called The Day I Was Erased. It is the story of Maxwell Beckett. And Maxwell Beckett is a super interesting character. I love when books have main characters who are very flawed and get in a lot of trouble and make a lot of bad choices, and we get a chance to see them evolve, learn some lessons, and get a chance to maybe get a bit of a fresh start. Maxwell Beckett is kind of riding high on this art contest he won that gave the school this giant grant that allowed him to do some major renovations. And since then he has made a lot of really rough choices, gotten in a lot of trouble, but he kind of has that thing where he did this really nice thing that helped the school out a lot, so he kind of has a little bit of grace there. His family is really struggling. His parents get along terribly. They even label their own food in the fridge so that the other doesn't eat it. It's a really rough situation. Maxwell is really good friends with this man who has a very bad memory and kind of forgets Maxwell each time that he sees him, and Maxwell has to kind of remind him who he is. Well, Maxwell gets in trouble, and because he's in trouble, he misses this really big event that's happening at school. This huge event, and it's like the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at school. This TV show is going to be filmed there, as all this crazy things are happening, and he can't go because he got in trouble. And he sneaks in and then gets in more trouble. And then after this, he goes to his friend Reg's house, and the friend with the bad memory, and he wishes that he was never born, and then he is erased. And it's basically like he walks out of Reg's house, and it's like he never existed. He notices a lot of things that are different. He notices that his family, his parents are divorced. His sister is totally different than she was when Maxwell was around. Instead of being this amazing student and pretty darn good person, she's a big troublemaker. She steals things. Things are rough for her. Also, his best friend's life is totally different, and that's pretty interesting to see and wild to see. But what I loved was that even though Maxwell made a lot of bad choices, even though he had a lot of things that he did that probably would have been looked at as pretty awful, you see when he's gone all of the good things that he did. You see the things that, because he wasn't there, these things that happened that are worse because Maxwell wasn't there to do what he did to make the world better. And I love that a kid who maybe is down on his luck and struggling to make the choices that we would hope that they would make, sees that even though he gets in some trouble, the world is worse off without him. And I really love this book. It reminded me a lot of Gordon Corman's Restart, when that boy in Restart got a chance, I think it's Chase, got a chance to have a fresh start at life. And it's amazing because I was like, man, this story is really good. I'm really digging it. It's awesome. And then the way that you find out how he disappeared and his attempt to try to come back, all of these historical things, I was really blown away. I did not see any of that coming. So it was this added layer of awesomeness. And even Reg, his story of why he doesn't, it was just, my mind went from I went from really loving the story to having my mind completely blown. So if you, reader, or you know some readers who are looking for an amazing middle grade novel, fantasy book that's going to blow their minds, that's going to help them think hard about the choices that we make and the impact that we all have on this world, The Day I Was Erased is probably the book for you. So check it out, read it. You won't regret it. I have a feeling that this book is going to be very popular in schools and classrooms around the world. I loved it so much. If you're interested in purchasing a copy, I'm going to drop a link, an affiliate link to bookshop.org down in the description of this video. And I want you to buy this book. I don't care if you buy this book from that link, but I hope that you'll consider supporting an independent bookshop when you do. Go to your bookstore that you love. If you can't because they're closed for whatever reason, because of this pandemic, if you're watching it later and you just can't get there, call, order it. Let's support our local communities. Let's support the people who have invested in our children and invested in the places that we live so that we can continue to spread book love. Amazon and Jeff Bezos don't need your money. Bookstores do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome-tastic day and happy reading.